There are many different ways how to go about a interview with someone who never has done one face to face. You just have to take your time and make sure that you are explaining the process to them. So I tried an easy approach, not too difficult, just introducing how everything will work in this interview. Hello, my name is Veronica Kayona and I'm a social worker. What is your name?
Cody, Dice.
Okay. So this video is recorded and I will also be taking some notes as well. I have a contract here and I would like you to sign it, please. Have you ever had previous contact with any social workers before?
No.
Do you know any social workers?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't have to be nervous at all. It's just me and you talking, just asking you some basic questions and just getting to know you better, okay?
Okay.
So, are you nervous a little?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure you don't have to be afraid about anything. So, what brought you here today?
I don't know. Just feel like I need to talk to somebody.
Okay. Well, I am here to help you and to get through any problems that you have and trying to cope with your mechanisms about how to deal with certain things and how to overcome those, okay? Do you have any problems going on right now? So, tell me a little bit about yourself, Mr. Dice.
I will be 21 next month. I have a very beautiful girlfriend. She's probably the best thing I have in my life. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I work at GameStop. I love video games. I'm a huge nerd. And yeah, pretty much it.
You say you work at GameStop, correct?
Yes.
Do you encounter any problems there while working?
Nope.
So you're telling me that everything is nice, easy?
Mhm.
You don't have any issues with the coworkers?
Nope. I love them all.
Any customers that come in?
Like friend-wise? Like do I have problems with them?
Do you have any problems with customers coming in, wanting something, not being there?
Mm-mm.
Anything broken that they complain about?
Mm-mm.
So you're telling me everything's perfect?
Yeah, at least for me it is.
Well,
Everyone else has problems there. I don't.
Do you believe that there are problems there that you don't realize? You sure? Okay. And you also said you're a volunteer firefighter. Are there any problems there?
No, just the normal problems.
What are normal problems? I don't know that.
Things you see, things you witness, the hazards that come with the job.
Can you explain that to me?
Like, what do you mean?
Like a firefighter, what do they do? Because to me,
Put out fires, save people's lives.
that's what I think. What else do you do?
Help people, get back to the community.
Anything else then? What's like a normal day for you there?
Not getting any calls. That's a normal day. That's a good day. The bad day is when you get a structure fire at 2 in the morning and you only have 6 guys.
Okay.
And 4 of them are unexperienced. That's a bad day.
Very difficult. Do you know the impact of dangers or trauma that happens in everybody's lives, like in everyday life?
Yes.
You see dangers all day, so you kind of see how dangers affect people.
Yes.
How the bad side about that. And trauma, there's a lot of trauma. You can get anxiety, depression, PTSD from certain things, and you're afraid sometimes. Have you ever felt afraid?
Once or twice.
Once or twice? What's a situation like that?
Standing at the front door and the house is completely on fire and you had to go in. Just kick the door in and go.
Do you have any other times that you felt afraid or nervous or you can't do anything?
When me and my girlfriend fight.
Okay. That is hard. That's very difficult.
Yes,
going through all of that and going into burning houses. It's okay to feel the way you do and feel about certain things happening, going on through your life. Do you believe that you can overcome your fear and what you're afraid of at times?
Yes and no. I would say fear is something that comes with not knowing what something's like. You can encounter a new fear every day that you may have never encountered. And I can't say everybody can overcome them or I can overcome them. It's just something you got to learn to live with.
Do you believe that you're mentally strong to overcome certain things that you deal with?
Yes and no. it's hard to see a dead person. That's hard truth. It's hard. It doesn't get any easier, especially where I live. I know everybody, and unfortunately, that I haven't seen one yet, but I've been around it, and it's difficult when you see a young kid get in the fire department and that's one of his first calls, and how he's dealing with it, being the counselor for everybody, and then, like I said, no, is because you encounter something like that any day. You don't know when it's going to be, but you can encounter something like that.
Yes.
Can you get over it? That's up to who you are. If you believe that you can just put it in the back of your mind and keep going, then you can do it. But there's not one person that can look at a dead child and not think about it. Granted, you have these career firefighters who've been doing this 25, 30 years, and they've seen a lot of it, that they're just used to it. And yes. I'm in an area where we get fatalities, in my area at least, once a year. If we're lucky, we haven't had a fatality in my area for 3 years, which is nice. But some people can't get over it. Some people, it just eats them alive. Me, nothing really bothers me because I know I did all I could. You as a person can only do so much to save somebody and help somebody.
Yeah.
And there's just some situations you're in a truck and you pull up to the house and you see the house is fully involved, and there's nothing you can do besides put the fire out. And then the one question I was always told is going to be the hardest to ask is to the owner of the house, if he makes it out and there's somebody that was inside. The worst question I was asked is, where do you need to start looking?
Yeah.
And that's when it really hits you a little bit, because after that fire's out, the job's not done. You still have to retrieve somebody, and I haven't had to do that yet. But that's something that when I encounter it, I'll let you know.
Okay. So to me, it seems like you are a strong person and that you can handle stuff even though it's hard for you because you don't know what is the unknown that's going to happen.
Right.
It seems like you try your best to look at the situation differently from what other people. Do you believe you have any strengths that can help you accomplish these hard tasks?
Strengths as in, like,
mental, physical, emotional?
I got training. Helped me get through being a firefighter, just general stuff. Mental and emotional training, I wouldn't say no. Like my strengths, yeah, they're up there because I go in every situation expecting the worst. I expect the worst on every call I go on, no matter if it's pumping out a basement. I expect the worst. That's how I deal with mine. I just expect the worst and get used to it that way. No, going through a lot with like anxiety and depression, that doesn't help. Of course, I don't like being around a lot of people, and I get nervous sometimes. But when I'm on a call, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter, I could have a fight with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend not be talking, she could be not wanting to speak to me. No matter what, I go on that call and she's still proud of me. She's still happy with me.
Yeah.
And she's still happy that I leave at 2 a.m. to go save Cindy Lou Who's house.
Yeah.
And that's what I look forward to, is coming home and being like, hey, how you doing? Stuff like that.
Okay. We can look at all of this at a different perspective. We can look at it as the glass is half full or half empty. Half full means that God's in charge, is how I look at it. Half empty means that Satan's winning. So we have some main points here that we can look at. That you are afraid, but you have to overcome something to save someone's life.
Right.
So even though you're afraid, you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, you have a job and you have a duty, and you still do that, which is very good, which a lot of people don't feel that way. So we have a couple of concerns, just a few, not many. Your first one is you're a firefighter. That's always a hard job, and how you encounter stuff. That is a concern because how you encounter something and how you react sets the road for how everything's gonna go from that. So we can look at how we can take a problem and try not to go all bizarre and crazy on it.
Right.
And then we can also look at how you can handle your anxiety and depression with that in a way that's different. There are many ways that we can go at situations, but I would like you to just 5-10 minutes each day is take a moment for yourself to meditate, but not what the definition of meditation is. Just taking a break and just breathe. You don't have to like meditate, clear your mind. Just take a moment for yourself and breathe. And I would also like you to do is when something does happen, when you feel down, when your anxiety is getting up, or when you have a firefighter call, is after you're done, just write a little paragraph about that. Action steps to go head forward with your goals and to accomplish something are very important, and it's also going to take time. It's just not going to happen like in a matter of seconds. So every day you're going to take at least 10 minutes or 5 minutes depending on when you can, and you're just going to pause and you just breathe. You don't have to think, you just have to breathe. So you're also going to take that notebook and you're going to write like a bullet point list or a paragraph about how you feel when you're going through a tough time, just to get it out. Getting better is hard, but it's worth it. And even though we go through dark times, there's always going to be a light at that tunnel, and it's just God waiting for you and trying to guide you through the darkness. Even though some days you feel like you can't do it, God knows you can do it. So what you're going to do is that you're going to take just tiny baby steps, not big steps, not going straight at this like a bunny rabbit, just taking little tiny steps. So our breathing exercise, it's not that hard. It's kind of simple. You might have heard it. It's 4, 7, 8. You breathe in for 4 seconds. You hold it for 7, and you let it out for 8. So we're going to practice, okay? Let's try it again. You're going to breathe in for 4 Mississippis. Hold it in for 7 Mississippis, and let it out for 8 Mississippis, okay? You'll get a hang of it. It's a little difficult at first, but when you do this, you're not gonna be lying down. You're gonna be sitting down, but you're not gonna be hunched over like the Notre Dame hunchback. You're gonna be sitting up with your spine straight, nice and tall, in a nice posture with your feet flat on the ground when you do it. So when you breathe in, your diaphragm will be able to expand and it'll be able to fill your lungs up completely and relax you. And it can also help calm your mind down by just taking that moment and clearing your mind about all the negativity stuff. Writing down how you feel in a journal, on a piece of paper that you keep with you, or in a notebook, just little bullet points or a paragraph about how you feel, what you went through that day can help in a lot. It can help you just get your thoughts out on a piece of paper, and so you don't have to keep it all inside. So you're just writing it all out and having to not to worry about anything else. And it's also a relief because then nothing's bottled up. You actually felt like you told someone, even though it's just a piece of paper and a pen. You're able to just put that down and not have to keep it to yourself. Before you leave today, I'm going to have you to sign a contract of just how you're just going to come here and you're going to do your exercises at home and make sure you're doing everything and that you will be able to visit me, okay? So thank you for sitting down with me and talking with me. It was very glad to meet you today. Before you leave also, I'm going to have you go out to the front desk and you're going to schedule an appointment with me. You can decide if you want to come once a week or once every other 2 weeks, like every bi-weekly. So you have a choice to do that. Just let me know or let the receptionist know at the front. Thank you.